Horses are big and strong and literally carry humans from one place to another. But some of them are stronger than most, being to other horses what Superman is to humans. These are the 20 most powerful horse breeds in the world. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Now, let's get started. Number 1. The South German Cold-Blood Horse. We can only acknowledge that some of these horses have incredible manes, because they do, and the South German Cold-Blood Horse is one of those horses with an epic mane. The South German Cold-Blood horses are agile, strong, incredibly resilient, versatile, willing, and of good temperament. They have medium-sized heads with expressive eyes, strong medium-sized necks, broad and long backs, and muscular legs with good joints and hard hooves, all of which have made them favorites among certain horse breeders. Like many others on this list, they have been used for all kinds of hard work over the years, including as farm horses, war horses, and more. The Cold-Blood horse is a robust and versatile breed originating from Germany, known for its strength, endurance, and calm temperament. It is a reliable partner in agricultural work, forestry, and transportation. They have a sturdy build, often with feathers on their lower legs, in a distinctive and gentle manner, and they are very adaptable, making them well suited for both traditional agricultural work and any type of modern work. These animals have a rich history, deeply tied to rural German life, and continue to be a symbol of strength, reliability, and a valuable asset for anyone who uses them in heavy work. Some of them can still be found on farms today, but unfortunately, they are not as numerous as before. Feel free to break this trend and bring a horse to help with your farm work, why not? Number 2. The American Cream Draft Horse. The American Cream Draft Horse is another breed that emerged after the founding of the United States. Interestingly, they are the only draft horse breed created in the US. This is curious, considering that the rest of the world has at least a few of these breeds, but the United States, well, perhaps didn't need as many, I suppose. But anyway, one of the other interesting facts about this horse is that the reason for its large population is due to the people of Iowa. In the 1930s, the people of Melbourne, Iowa, really fell in love with these horses and began breeding them to make them distinctive and stand out. That's why they are called the American Cream Draft Horse, due to their unique coloring. However, they nearly went extinct after World War II. The only reason they didn't disappear was that the group who helped breed them reunited to save the breed. Fast forward to today, while still a rare breed, the number of individuals is at the highest level ever recorded, and we should all be thankful for that. Number 3. The Dutch Draft Horse. Now, this is a big horse, like a really big horse, and, unsurprisingly, it's a popular breed for being so large and powerful. After World War II, powerful workhorses from the Dutch province of Zeeland were crossed with Belgian Ardennes workhorses and Belgian draft horses to create the first Dutch draft horse. Farmers came to love these horses because the animals didn't mind working on practically any type of terrain, which is important because the soil in those areas can be very tough on hooves and feet. So having a horse that can withstand it all is truly a blessing. Yes, they were another breed affected by post-war modernization, which saw their numbers decline. But fortunately, they weren't in danger of extinction. Fast forward to today, people are still amazed by these horses and use them for various functions, and they are huge. Can you imagine riding one of these through the streets of your town? Number 4. The Hanoverian Horse. Next up is the Hanoverian horse. Not only is it a very popular horse in Europe, but it can also be very expensive to own, depending on the type you choose. This is because they have won many tournaments on the continent, and as a result, they are valued much higher, especially when they are of stallion nature. They have dominated certain types of competitions, and when they go to auction, they can fetch more than 2 million euros for a single horse. The irony is that they weren't originally bred for competition. Initially, they were meant to be war horses or even draft horses for agriculture, but they later evolved into what we have today, and what we have now is a high-class horse. Not only are they powerful horses, but they are also very intelligent. Some people in Europe believe they are the best in their category, and it wouldn't be too hard to think that, when looking at these horses, you can see just how special they are, powerful they are, and that's why so many people desire one. Number 5. The Lusitano horse. The Lusitano is next on the list, and it is known as a dream horse for many people because of its appearance and temperament. Additionally, they have plenty of power to spare. This horse is not only one of Portugal's highlights, it is the national horse and is treated as royalty, because in that country, that's basically what it is. They don't just do their best to care for the horses, but they also ensure that every Lusitano horse born is of the highest quality, as they believe the horse is the perfect reflection of their nation. During the Renaissance and Baroque periods, they were used as working horses and cavalry mounts, as well as riding horses for the nobility throughout Europe. It was important for the aristocracy to ride horses that were noble both in spirit and appearance, and the Lusitanos were well suited for this role. And when you see one around, you'll immediately notice. They have such a striking aura that is unmistakable. And if you like a horse that can come in different colors, the Lusitano comes in various shades. Number 6. The Suffolk horse. Now let's talk about a slightly different type of horse, because the Suffolk has one singular purpose, and only one purpose, and it is very good at that purpose. Almost all the horses I've shown on this list had to adapt over the years to become more than one type of horse or to do things beyond their original abilities, whether it's a war horse, a draft horse, or a riding horse. But with the Suffolk, it was bred specifically to be used for agriculture and nothing else. To illustrate, it was so focused on agricultural work that the breed almost declined after World War II due to the rise of machines, which would soon consume us all, and the Suffolk horse almost became extinct. Seriously, it almost happened. It was a few breeders who helped save the day, and we should be thankful to them because these are truly great horses. They are gentle with people and love affection. Who wouldn't want a horse like that? Number 7. The Shire horse. The Shire horse is one of the largest horses you'll find in the world and is praised for its strength, along with its great size. These large animals have a gentle and friendly temperament and are commonly found in various parts of England and other regions of the world. A majestic and powerful breed, it is one of the largest draft horses in the world, and its name comes from the Shire region in England. Recognized for its immense size, its feathers on its legs, and its gentle temperament, it has historically been a reliable workhorse in agriculture and transport. It is imposing, often exceeding 17 hands, a unit used to measure a horse's height. And, to be honest, it is truly large. Despite its imposing stature, they are known for their docile nature, which makes them suitable for various activities. Although its role in traditional agricultural work has decreased over the years, they continue to win hearts with their noble presence in exhibitions and parades. This is, in fact, the oldest draft horse, and while it has been crossbred with other breeds, this was done only to enhance the natural abilities of the Shire horse, ensuring that the animal was the best it could be. And as you can see, this was a success, because when you have a horse that is big and strong, it's easy for it to get along with others. Well, you know you've done something right. Number 8. The Clydesdale. The Clydesdale is easily one of the most well-known and respected horses in the world today. They are known for being large, strong, agile, and much more. They are recognized for their gentle temperament and are currently used for exhibitions, pulling carts, riding, logging, and more. Ironically, the horse is not a natural breed, but rather one that had many different horse genes mixed together to create the giant you see now. Another irony is that when it was brought to the United States, where it is most famous in many ways, it wasn't actually a popular horse. Regardless of what it was or wasn't, it ended up becoming something that is one of America's symbols, through commercials like those from Budweiser. Those commercials with the Clydesdales became some of the most popular, and people looked forward to them every year during the Super Bowl. When you see those majestic horses in the commercials, being epic and running free or pulling something, you know you wanted to have one, or maybe even just have a beer. The commercials were a success, regardless of the feeling you had. In any case, the Clydesdales aren't going anywhere and will continue to be bred and used for various purposes for a long time. Number 9. The Swedish North Horse. Here's another strong horse that's not too big to handle, the Swedish North Horse. This breed was popular in Sweden for timber extraction and agricultural work. Despite its unique appearance, it's not entirely clear how exactly they came to be. It is believed that they were natural horses, until genetic selection started to enhance their traits. After a while, these horses developed the skills we know today. It was a horse that was intensely bred to help bring out the best in the breed, and while that eventually faded, the horse we see today is largely the result of that. Fast forward to modern times, this horse is classic and widely used in harness racing, being known for its ease of handling, something many horse owners desire in a breed. Additionally, they really do have an amazing appearance with their beautiful black coats. Number 10. The Mustang. The Mustang may not be the typical horse you associate with strength, but it is certainly the one that comes to mind when you think of passion, wild spirit, and the willingness to go wherever necessary to achieve your goals. One interesting fact about this breed is that many people believe they are native to American soil, but that's not true. They are descendants of Spanish horses brought by the first settlers. Those that were released into the land became the Mustangs we revere today. However, there was a time when people thought they were a nuisance and tried to get rid of them. Fortunately, today they are protected by federal laws and will remain so for a long time. And that's great because Mustangs can do almost anything you ask of them. They can pull heavy loads, travel long distances, be great riding partners, and much more. They are one of the greatest symbols of the American spirit, and that's why they even named a car after them. A very beautiful car, by the way. Number 11. The Percheron. I definitely haven't seen a horse like the Percheron on this list yet. Just take a look to understand why. Some have skin patterns that look like fractals instead of a basic color. But don't let their hypnotic appearance fool you. Percherons are heavy draft horses that can handle any job you need, and then some. They also come from a very good lineage of horses, with a unique combination of elegance and strength that many find irresistible. And who would want to turn their back on these horses? One interesting fact about Percherons is that their size can vary greatly. Some are quite small, while others can be world record holders as the largest horses in the world. It all depends on the horse you have. They are also among the strongest horses in terms of pulling capacity, rivaling breeds like the Shire, Clydesdale, and Belgian. When you're competing with horses at this level, you're certainly a serious contender. Additionally, Percherons are known for not getting easily rattled, whether in a busy city or facing loud noises. They simply keep trotting along, and that's what many people expect from them. Number 12. The Ardennes Horse. Sometimes you can tell what a horse is good for just by looking at it. And when you observe the Ardennes horse, you realize it was bred to be strong, sturdy, and efficient, which obviously made it an excellent choice for war horses. In fact, it was used in many countries and battlefields. During the French Revolution, it was considered the best artillery horse available, thanks to its temperament, endurance, and strength. Napoleon used a large number of these horses to pull artillery and transport supplies during his 1812 campaign. Yes, even he knew how good these horses were. I wonder if they appear in that Ridley Scott film about that guy. But again, Ridley Scott doesn't care much about historical accuracy. Anyway, there's a dark twist to this breed of horse that I almost don't want to tell you. They are still popular today, but mainly because horse meat is considered a delicacy in some parts of Europe, and this horse has plenty of meat to offer. Number 13. The Frisian Horse. I've mentioned many amazing horses, but when it comes to the Frisian, some believe it is the most beautiful in the world. This is a very ancient breed, existing since 500 BC, and has been used in the region we now know as the Netherlands for centuries. But not everything that's beautiful is easy to handle. Trust me on this. However, this is where Frisian horses shine once again. They are revered for their calm temperament and ease of training, something people love in any animal. Their intelligence and adaptability are evident in their appearances in many movies and TV shows. It's ironic that today they are movie stars, considering they were originally used for pulling carriages and other loads. Eventually, their beauty caught the attention of nobility, and they became royal horses for a time. The modern Frisian is highly esteemed in dressage arenas, showcasing its elegance and natural talent in both classical and modern disciplines. Number 14. The Australian Draft Horse. When we think of Australia, we imagine a laid-back place where it's easy to relax and have fun, but also a country where many animals can be dangerous. However, this is just the tourist's view. In reality, the country has a reputation for hard work, and that's why the Australian draft horse played a crucial role in its history. There have been many periods of growth in the country that required horses capable of handling a lot of work. One example was the Gold Rush, which required the transportation of large quantities of materials before motor vehicles were invented. When the Australian draft horse emerged, it was used for everything, including heavy tasks on the field. Some families even used them as a means of transportation. As we can see, these horses often emerge due to a significant need in a particular region, and once introduced, they tend to remain for a long time, as there is always demand for horses that can literally carry their own weight. Number 15. American Quarter Horse. The American Quarter Horse is undoubtedly one of the most important horse breeds in the United States. Since its creation, it has been one of the oldest breeds developed in the country and is still in use today. Interestingly, and very appropriately for the USA, which is a melting pot, the Quarter Horse is a mix of Spanish and English breeds that were imported into the country. When their abilities were showcased, it became clear they would be great for racing, which is exactly what people made them do. That's where the name comes from, as they raced on quarter-mile tracks. Eventually, with the arrival of thoroughbreds, the Quarter Horse began to be used only as a working horse on farms, which was great because they excelled in that role too. The horse is known for its speed in short distances, as well as its versatility and compactness. A breed that originated in the United States, outside of racing, it also excels in rodeo work and on farms. Known for its muscular build, great agility, and friendly disposition, the Quarter Horse is a popular choice for both professional riders and recreational enthusiasts. Number 16. Norwegian Fjord Horse. Can I just say how fun the word fjord is to pronounce? It's simple and sometimes sounds grander than it really is. I mean, fjord. Anyway, Norwegian fjord horses are another small but powerful breed used in the mountainous regions of Norway. Right from the start, you know they can do a lot because they can withstand the country's mountains. Additionally, they are a very ancient breed. The fjord is one of the oldest and purest breeds in the world. There are records of horses in Norway dating back to the end of the last ice age, and it is believed that their ancestors migrated there and were domesticated more than 4,000 years ago. They were so popular in the region that the Vikings used them as war horses, and locals employed them on farms. Yes, they were also used in both world wars. Unlike many other horses mentioned here, these didn't require much crossbreeding to become what they are today. They are naturally good at what they do, and that's excellent. Number 17. The Gypsy Vanner. If the last entry caught your attention, get ready because I'm about to top it with the Gypsy Vanner. This is widely considered one of the most beautiful horse breeds in the world, and they are revered for their stunning appearance. Majestic as they are, these horses may have been bred to pull caravans, but they're also great for riding. In today's culture, this is exactly what people want. A calm and gentle horse that can take them from point A to point B with no problems. And this horse does just that. In fact, they are so calm and gentle that many people notice how well they get along with children. As the name suggests, this was a horse bred by gypsies and for gypsies. They needed a strong enough animal to pull their caravans over long distances, but just as importantly, they wanted a horse that was easy to train and gentle with all the caravan members. This horse was created by crossing the Shire and Clydesdale for their strength and size, while incorporating the Dales pony and Fell pony into the lineage. They were very meticulous in trying to create something very specific in a horse, and the results speak for themselves. These horses are a little shorter than many others on this list, but in return they are incredibly compact and can do a lot of work. They are literally something big in a small package. And once again, they are truly very beautiful. Number 18. The Knorrer. The Knorrer is known by several names, but this one is the easiest to pronounce, so I'll stick with it. Sometimes, I need to make it easier on myself. When you look at this horse, you might not think it's anything special. The most common images associated with it show a gray horse with a dense and impressive coat, but nothing that screams, "This is a phenomenal horse." In fact, I've seen one that looked like a cow because of the spots on its body. But, like everything in life, never judge a book by its cover. Until the end of the 19th century, this horse was an important link in the trade between Central Europe and the Adriatic. Certain breeding practices were adopted to further explore the potential of this breed. As a result, during both World Wars, they were one of the most popular horse breeds in the world. This happened with several breeds, some of which you will see on this list. However, just like other horses when the World Wars ended, the demand for horses like them decreased due to the advancement of technology. Still, this doesn't mean the horse was bad. Far from it. In fact, the Knorrer is a moderately heavy draft horse with a low center of gravity. It's stable, has a good sense of balance, and exhibits ideal characteristics for a good horse breed. Although they aren't as popular nowadays, they are still used for pulling loads and are reliable for getting the job done. In the end, isn't that what we really want from a good horse? Number 19. Marwari. One common thing on this list is that several horse breeds were not only used for work, they were also war horses. Before tanks and vehicles dominated the battlefields, it was the horses that helped decide the outcome of many battles. Repeatedly, cavalry units were legendary in certain parts of the world, which included being used up until World War II, when tanks and other technologies began to take more prominence. Horses, like the Marwari, were very prominent on the battlefields during the medieval period of history. This was due to their incredible capability in combat. They weren't afraid to charge into battle, and once they formed a bond with their owners, they showed impressive loyalty. That's the kind of partner you want by your side when you need to go to war. Although today they are no longer used for military purposes, they still have uses and advantages. For example, they have very strong hooves that allow them to cover long distances when needed. Additionally, some people believe they are excellent polo horses. I'm sure the horses don't mind this new designation. Unlike the previous mention, I can't say for certain where this breed originated. Many believe it might be related to Arabian breeds, but that's unclear, both in the past and now. However, the Marwari is a horse that can endure practically anything, including the scorching heat of the sun and extremely cold winters. Moreover, they are visually striking, and if we ever needed to take them into battle in the future, they would be one of the top candidates for cavalry. Number 20. The Belgian draft horse. This horse is gigantic, and that's part of its whole appeal. When a sled is put to carry people, it can transport up to 20 people. But, like many horses on this list, there are interesting parts to its history. More specifically, there are essentially two key moments in the origin of the Belgian draft horse. The first occurred in the Middle Ages in Europe, in the Low Countries, or what we now call Belgium. The second moment happened after the horses arrived in America in the mid-19th century. It's said that the Belgian is a legendary descendant of the mythical great horse breed that was so prominent during the Middle Ages. Humans may have legends, so why not horses? Anyway, both the people of Belgium and others in Europe began to recognize the value of such a horse and used it for various purposes. When America was colonized, these horses were brought there, and Americans began to perfect them, making them even better, stronger, and more capable. When they couldn't bring them back from Europe due to the world wars, Americans began breeding their own version, which is something very typical of the United States. Back to their size, these horses can stand over 1.72 meters tall and weigh around 900 kilograms. And adding to that, the fact that they can live nearly 2 decades, we have a horse that can do a lot, with an undeniable pedigree and a size that outshines most other horses. Yes, people use this horse a lot whenever they can. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Don't forget to check out other interesting content appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.